Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Crusader Kings 3, where last time we started off our series with the County of Leon down here and we attempted to take over a neighbouring county in Brittany. It didn't go very well. So our plans have been somewhat scuppered and we have to find a way to move forward. We are now part of the Kingdom of France, which we weren't before. That may well open up some opportunities for us, but for the time being we're trying to murder our liege lord, Duke Conan II of Brittany here, because his heir is a 8-year-old girl, and that would give us probably a lot more options and would probably lower his strength as well. We do have an ally in the Siege of Venice, but unfortunately it took so long for them to arrive last time that things didn't go very well. So we're going to have to see what we can do to fix that. Another thing that they managed to do, the person that we attacked, was have money from mercenaries. And helpfully we've now had to also just pay them a bunch of gold as recompense, so they've got even more money to come and attack us with in the future. My daughter-in-law Ingrid has given birth to a son. Since the little one is the fruit of the prudent tree, he should be bestowed a name worthy of his heritage. So this is our son's son. Don't think it needs to be Morvan. Evan Gorm. Let's just go for a new Breton name here. Arnault. I like the name Arnault. So Arnault may well be our future leader because he's our grandson. Can we get him as our ward? Because that would be useful. Now, do we have any others? I think we've got another son, haven't we? We've got a guest in here. We should probably try to educate guest in ourselves. There we go. So the kind of two important people we are looking after. When the time comes, my agent will need a safe escape route out of Duke Conan's castle should anything go wrong. A detailed map of the local plains with all its hidden paths and caves would be an invaluable resource. We can pay money, but it's likely that he will find... Oh, he's more likely to brag about his gold, and then that's going to go badly for us. We can explore the plains ourselves. Sure, we'll try that. We got lost in the plains. And our wife is pregnant again. Interesting. Beginning to just show stress. That's not too bad. Yeah, we're going to need money to get things done. And my hope is that I can do that via hooks and secrets. Problem is, actually getting money off these people is not going to be particularly easy. I could invite them to court, but it's not that useful to me, to be honest. Expose a secret, blackmail. But again, he's our marshal. I don't know if having a marshal is a particularly good idea. Or having a rivalry with our marshal is not going to go particularly well. Expose a secret. Could do that. I don't know. We need to find a way to come back from our issues. I don't know if we can speak to the Pope. See if he's willing to give us some money. Ask for gold. Maybe we can send someone over to improve relations. Religious relations. Potentially, or we can send our Chancellor over. Or we can maybe sway. It's likely to be very hard, so probably not an ideal. thing, but it wouldn't be a bad thing for the Pope to like us. But we're probably not even really big enough to consider that for the time being. I do think we want to think about having some close allies, and Munster here is getting relatively big. Do you have any children? Yes, you. Can we arrange a marriage with you to Enora, our daughter? You wouldn't accept a matrilineal hook or a matrilineal marriage, but it would give us an alliance with a much closer faction. So I'm going to send that off. For Munster to come and arrive at Lyon will be much quicker than the Serene Doge of Venice. So unfortunately, Honora's kind of been used as a little bit of an alliance grab, but unfortunately, it's the way of things in Crusader Kings. Right. Well, that gives us a little bit more security. I'm still not thrilled by the amount of gold they're earning and the lack of gold that we're earning. We do need to find a way to deal with that. Extort subjects, tributary taxes, vassal tax, contribution. The problem is we don't really have many vassal taxes at the moment. So there's not a huge amount of benefits to that just yet. Not ideal. Our steward is on collect taxes. Do we have someone who could be better at that? Not really. Okay. Do we want to move our wife over to something else? She's currently helping with Marshall, and our Marshall is absolutely terrible. It's a terrible score of 4, which is actually not helping things at all. So we kind of need the extra support there with our wife. If we could take out this guy, that'd be much more useful. I don't want to auto-invite people. Seize the moment. You finalise your murder against Duke II with 70% random chances, or 70% chance of success. Random chance special effects may rarely thwart the attempt. We can get up to 80%, so we'll leave it for now. We might be able to change things a little bit. Praise St. Bridget. Your wife has given you another little son. You can be Hamon. Okay, we've got 10 scheme advantages. I'm willing to give this a go. Execute with confidence. 79% success chance. We'll try it. Duke Conan has been sent to death's faithful embrace. A thorn in my side no longer, thank God. My accomplices gained access to nothing less than Conan's own goblet at the last dinner. Unnoticed, they poured just a few droplets of a powerful poison in his drink. The poor fiend downed the whole goblet in one gulp and was gone before even realising what was happening. Thankfully, though there will always be whispers, my involvement in the crime remains unknown. Cheers. And we lose some stress as well. So, Duchess Judale has become our new liege. Let's just pause the game while we work out what the effects of that are now going to be. Because, first of all, she's the new head, but also, I don't think she's got enough control. She hasn't got much control of all these places. They've been given out to lots of different people, which is actually quite good for us. So I'm actually going to move my fabricating claim back over to... Oh, we already have a claim there. Fine. Do we still have a claim on that place? Claim on Penthivery. Yes, we do. Now then, This is a young child, so we're not going to be doing that much good work, but you do have less troops. We can't declare war while we have a negative income, but taking out that lord of ours has broken up the power in Brittany, hopefully allowing us to get a little bit of extra strength. We will not be able to take all this land, I would imagine, but we might be able to take one or maybe two counties if we're lucky. This chap here, Kanhul here, is still fairly powerful, so we've got to watch out for him. I don't think he... Yeah, that's the guy that we went to war with. The goat pox has spread, that's curious. Hopefully nowhere too nearby to us. Now, do you have much money? You have 3 gold coins. That's very good to see. So that means we can use that effectively. Because you're not going to have any money to fight with. I mean, I don't have any money to fight with either. In fact, I don't think I need this claim. I'm going to go back to just doing religious relations for now. Because we've got a claim here. That's what I care about, really. Okay, let's go. We've got some allies as well. So we're going to go to war. And straight away, we're going to call in some allies. Don't think we need the Siege Stone of Venice, but I will ask the allies in Munster to get involved if possible. Call to war, there we go. You will not accept. Okay, do we need you to accept? We may not need you to accept. He doesn't actually like me very much. What about the Serene Doge of Venice? He will, but that costs 350 prestige. Did I really spend that amount of prestige last time? Hopefully we won't need to. But this time we are going to raise our armies up immediately. Raise all armies, because that was one of the issues that we had last time. So let's raise our armies here. And we're going to push in straight away. Because we should be able to win this. Who's our commander? I'd like our commander to be the Sword in the Plains. Who's that? Joseph. So I'm going to switch out for Joseph. Our Steward and Acclaimed Knight. Because I want him to get some more accolades. So you're going to leave, that's fine. We'll just push into your territory, it's not a problem. We are going to lose money. But hopefully this won't be a particularly long war, if we can help it. Liege post is also High Crown Authority, that should be okay. Siege of Saint-Brieuc is underway. Still a while yet, and we don't have that many troops to work with. But we've got more troops than they do, that's for sure. And I think we do have... Yes, we have some mangonels. So they're going to be helping speed up this siege progress, which is wonderful. And if we can take this place, then we'll have doubled our size of territory, which should help us money-wise, influence-wise, and we'll start to grow in the grow at least locally, and become a little bit more important, at least in the Duchy of Brittany, not necessarily in France, but we may well be able to claim the Duchy of Brittany for ourselves in the future, and then we can start playing on the scale of a duke, as opposed to just a mere count. Which would be wonderful. Another roughly 51 days to go till this siege is over. But I'm glad our plan has worked well to get rid of the kind of higher quality duke for his... I presume his daughter. Oh, that's a problem. These two have allied. And you've got mercenaries, and you don't like me very much. How quickly till this siege is done? 12 days left. Come on. It's got to be quick. You've won the siege. Let's end this ASAP. Enforce demands. To the friendless small van, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Excellent. We now hold 2 pieces of territory. We hold Lyon, and we hold this place next door. Wonderful. So low county control in here. Apparently we can declare war on Kaiser Heinrich, the 4th of the Holy Roman Empire, who has 10,000 troops. Not a sensible decision. Right. Go to our council. Let's disband our armies, because they're not needed at the moment. We need county control. Arguably we don't need it in this area anymore. So I'm going to go over here to increase control in this county. We no longer have an alliance with the Regent of Venice because he has died. Who's our next target then? It's probably you, Countess Urfa of Rennes. We are the culture head of Breton culture, really? That's interesting. That's not what I would have expected, perhaps. But maybe there's not many people of Breton culture. The ruler of this culture that has the most Breton counties in the realm. Interesting. So we can reform or we can divulge. All that requires a very large amount of prestige, though. Interesting. But yeah, we might be able to change a few things as time goes on. But that's okay. Now it's going to be a little while before this place recovers in terms of taxes and troops, and that's due mostly to county control. But it's progress. It's going to take him 10 years to remove the corruption and increase control there. It's not ideal, but it's going to be a start. And it also just gives us a few more troops to work with. Hopefully we might get an event that would help us there as well. But yeah, I think Rennes is probably our next target. How many troops have you got? 400. I don't, however, have a claim on you, so we'll send someone out to claim or fabricate a claim there. That's fine. Whether we'll actually make any progress there, I'm not entirely sure, but it's something that could well happen. Do we need a court position? I suppose we could get a wet nurse. I think we already have a wet nurse, to be honest. Looks like Ed has picked up a son. Oh, sorry, Ed has not picked up a son. Ed, our son, has picked up a beard. In the meantime, we picked up a new trait here. Monthly gold income at war up by 10%. Can use extort subjects. Don't think that's particularly wise. Or here gold. Tributary taxes and vassal tax contribution up. That feels inherently useful. That being said, I don't imagine we've got a huge amount of vassal tax at the moment. No, we don't. Who are you? I went to a release from Yehudis to my care. Freedom does not come free. Court. She might be our physician. Sure, you can come out. You've gained an indebted hook. Could demand conversion. Seduce, romance, demand payment. There we go. I want some gold. With much self-satisfied ceremony, my knight slams a bottle sat down before me. Look. I empty its contents, precious metals, heirlooms, trinkets. I've convinced some of Brown Arnold's commoners. No taxes meant for you, my liege. It's a decent windfall, and even better, I can just imagine the beady-eyed look of wrath on the Brown's detestable face. So he's a vassal. The land of France, but he's not our vassal. 15 gold. We're too greedy to not accept that. That's fine. I'm not going to say no to extra gold. Yes. Baron Arnold will remember this. That's fine. What does he hold? He holds the Barony of Bray. That's okay. Who is our court physician? Let's have a look. I presume we have a court physician. My daughter-in-law Ingrid has given birth to a daughter. Marguerite is a nice name. We will actually lose the county of Penithrift because we'll go to our second son, Gestin. So we need to try and get out to a duchy in time. Duchy of Brittany. And I don't think I can try and claim that just yet. As much as I would like to. I don't need an independence war. I much actually prefer just to be able to take over Brittany itself. But that's not going to happen just yet, that's for sure. How's control going here? We're starting to get a little bit of taxes and a little bit of levies from here. But it's going to take a while before our control returns in a meaningful amount there. Interesting. Struggling with my duties, the babble of court and the complaint of lords annoy me. And the last thing on my mind is the quarrels of an ordinary citizen. I stare down at a pile of vellums, having forgotten why they are important. Rereading their contents yields no clarity, but the exigencies of the state demand I make decisions, however ill-informed. We lose a bunch of stress, but around the county we'll lose some control. I don't want that. My stress is failing. So we could lose impatient, which may not be a terrible thing. We're doing quite a bit of stress from it. I mean, is impatient that important? It gives us extra prestige, I suppose. We're going to address the failing. And we've kept impatient anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. Although, we are now more stressed. We're going to be a little bit careful that we don't overstress ourselves. We can get 1 gold from this person. That's not very worthwhile. I suppose we should have a look at who our vassals are. We've got a new suffragan bishop here. He actually looks much better than our current one. No, that's the same one. Hang on. Yeah, we've got a new vassal here. And he's very good at learning, but unfortunately we don't have a spot for him there. But we could give him a job as a marshal. He's not terrible. And he does expect to be on the council, so having a positive... making sure he has a positive opinion of us is pretty good. Because I think that increases the amount of men that we can raise from him. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, so you hold the Duchy of Brittany, the County of Vannes, and the County of Nantes. You don't hold here. You don't hold Rennes. You're less powerful than you used to be. I think you've lost some of your territory, which is good. I mean, we won't be able to go to war with you for a little while, because we do have a truce, but we also don't have a claim to go after you. But we've got enough money to probably go after you soon. The Duke of Mazovia has announced the word that he and his vassals are converted to Catharism. Having become disillusioned with the teachings of the Catholic priests, the nobles of Mazovia no longer consider the clergy to be righteous and true. As Cathars, they believe their new faith properly aligns with the will of God, and they're distancing themselves from their former religious institutions. What twisted mockery of our faith is this? We're not going to convert, no. We're not going to convert to being a Cathar. I think that's unwise. Yeah, a few heretics spreading. Let's actually have a look at the Catholic influence. So it holds most of northwest Europe, apart from Ireland. And of course Spain, or the Iberian Peninsula, has a lot of mix of religious tension there. Makes sense. How are you doing with your accolades, my good man? I don't know if you've done anything yet, but still. Let me not destroy regiments. I should actually station them somewhere. So you can station in Brest. And you can station somewhere else. But first, a fireside story. Come closer, I have a story I wish to tell you, my wife says, beckoning me towards the fire. It's a story of when my father died of old age. Yes, my father. Ricardia glances down and continues to tell the story as the flames of the bonfire lick the night sky. Remember the importance of your family, Morvan. Wear the name of House Leon with pride. No fear. So we can get diplomacy or intrigue up, or we can form a friendship and we lower our stress. I think that's actually more important at the moment, is having a friendship, and we also lower our stress. And we'll station you here in Saint-Brig. Wonderful. We could increase our regiment a little bit. But let's float a little bit of money, and then we can think about that. We still have our allies for the time being. Our wife is pregnant again, having a lot of children here. Possibly too many children. And we've already got 2 sons, which is already kind of problematic, but that's okay. Freeman's fortune. Gwythenon, a free tenant renting some of my land, has pulled in an exceptional harvest this season due to his meticulous planning. He wishes to use some of his profits to purchase a piece of my estate for me, so that he can build upon his success and grow more crops next year. So he'll join our court. Is he useful? Oh, he's an excellent steward. We get 50 gold. And that would give us some benefits. Or we can get some more control. Oh no, but he's an excellent steward. You're coming to my court, my good man. And you're replacing Joseph Gardner here, who is our acclaimed knight, but you're so much better at your job. So you're much more likely to get us taxes. Yeah, that's really increased things. Excellent. Greetings, my thoughtful vassal. With your permission, I would like to matrimonially betroth your knight, the sensible... I'm not going to pronounce his name. You wish to betroth to one of our knights, and that's our liege. That's our boss. Okay. Unless I can get you to marry one of our sons. Let me see if I can do that quickly. Would you marry one of my sons? I mean, our sons are quite young. You would. Interesting. I don't know if we want to use our sons for that for the time being. So we'll leave that for now. Notice that we can't accept that message. No, it's gone. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Because I'm hoping to be able to usurp this lady anyway, to be honest. How's our son doing? He's doing okay. An alliance formed with you. Because he's now the ruler. We no longer hold the alliance with the King of Munster, unfortunately. But we still have a little bit of strength or support with you, the child king of Meath. It's a shame he died, actually. I'd have preferred to keep Munster as an ally, not Meath, just because Munster's a little bit stronger. Let's see it done. I proud through the documents, let us get the County of Wren for ourselves. Okay, we've got another little daughter here. Suzanne. Nice name. Wonderful. Getting quite a few children here, and actually these children may not matter because Ed has already had a son and a daughter. And Arnout here may be very important going forward, because he may well be the future character that we play as. We'll have to see. So it's going to take us a little bit of time to get our money back, but that's fine. I'm just glad we've managed to actually gain a little bit more territory. You are allied to this guy. Who are you? Oh, you're a bastard. Interesting. The Glaive of Wrens. He's an adventurer. Hopefully he won't prove too problematic. I don't think he will, but you never know. Okay, we got attentive care, so we've got a massive health boost. Excellent. So yeah, we're in pretty good. We're doing pretty well. All things considered, happy to see that. Could do some activities, but I don't think that's worthwhile use of our money. Although we really have much money anyway. Okay, we've still got a physician. I don't know really what... Caravan Master, I don't know if that's that useful. See if there's anything else which we might want to go for. We don't have a wet nurse. We've got quite a few children. That's probably not a bad thing to look for. Recruit for a court physician. We'll look for a wet nurse. We'll just have to wait till we get some money back before we do that, I would say. Okay, there's a much bigger fight going on there, but that doesn't particularly involve us for the time being. So that's pretty good. We're not getting much money from our vassal holdings or our church holdings, but we are getting a little bit, so that is positive. Now we will push in here as soon as we can. You do have a bit more money than us. It's my only concern. All these mercenaries I don't think you can afford though. So we're going to go for it. I cannot declare this war without using hook on my liege due to the realm's laws. What laws? What laws do we have? What laws have you enacted without me realising? That could be problematic. Right, you're slowly becoming older now. So the vassal can declare war regardless of the liege crown's authority. We'll see if I can get a war declaration done. I could give you more levies or give you more taxes. Or I'd like to be able to change that, to be honest. It doesn't seem like we can send that at the moment. You could declare wars. But we can't because of the realm's laws. Which is unfortunate. So I need to have a look at the laws of the land. Duchy of Brittany. Title history. There must be a way for me to check the laws here. Realm. Laws. Here we go. County Leon. How do I check my... How do I check the laws of my duchy, I wonder? Because I feel that could be important going forward. We get a new perk for stewardship, which is always nice. War Profiteer. We'll go for War Profiteer, that's fine. If I now go to you. Kingdom's Border Wars policy. Guarantee protection. Top liege will always be the defending war leader in wars for any realm. Interesting. So we need to get a hook on our 13-year-old boss, which sounds very awkward when you think about it. A guild of stonemasons have established itself in the county, having dedicated craftsmen in my personal service could help the region flourish. It's a lot of money. I don't want to get peasant labour for 20 years. Control changes. See how that goes. We might end up having a lot of money lost, but yes. Going back to what I was saying before, go to our liege's lands, see if you can find any secrets. That's the wrong place actually, I need to move you over. There we go. After a lengthy audience, the chief mason will budge no further. For the price of this, it cannot be done. 50 gold for cooperative stonemasons. I don't want to have my things crumble. It won't take us that long to get the money back. That's not a huge problem. Hayden, hello. You're pretty decent. Do you want a court position? Are you good at anything? You don't know to be particularly good at anything, so maybe not. It's a real shame that we can't declare war against you. Maybe I have to declare war against our liege? And we can't do that while we're in debt anyway. So let's get our debt as a starting point, then we can go from there. Control is slowly rising in this county here as well. In Penth. I'm going to call it Penth because I can never say the whole name. But even having a few levies is better than nothing. So this is why control is important. But we are making good progress. We've actually made some progress. We've finally gone from a 1 count position to a 2 count position. We've got to watch out. Carmarthen is getting on in age. And at the moment, Gestin here is lucky to take over Penth. And even if he doesn't hammer on, the next son in line will. Which is probably not a great thing. We'll have to see what the consequences of that may be. Hello, what's going on here? While performing his duties as spy master, Krongar has uncovered a secret held by my fellow vassal, Merzen here. The ways in which he seeks pleasure is revolting for any decent man to even think of, and yet he is not merely willing, but eager. We've learned he is a deviant. Interesting. I want to modify this contract, but I can't seem to do so. I'm not sure why. We have gained a level of devotion. We are known for our faith. So we are faithful now. So the clergy like me a little bit more. Maybe we can't negotiate when she's not of age. She's only 14. When she's of age, we might be able to speak to her. She's got quite a bit of money. Oh, she's earning a lot of money per month. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to fight her purely because of her financial situation. It's not great. But when she turns of age, we'll see. Oh, our wife is unwell. Not entirely sure with what, but our wives don't seem to do very well. They seem to die quite often. You designate a guardian for your daughter, Enora. I don't think we need to. She's not going to be someone who really is in the running for these things. Keep looking. There might be a secret or two there. We'll have to see how things go with that, but I'm not thrilled by the money she's making. We're making a good amount of money, kind of less than, only a little bit less than she has, but she's already just got more starting off already. I do need to get a wet nurse though. That's what I was going to do. Search for a wet nurse. Because we've got plenty of kids, so having a wet nurse would not be a terrible idea, to be honest. Alice's aptitude is excellent, so come aboard. Although we are gonna gain a stress level because we're greedy. Guilt and shame has been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings, these dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what? Don't want to be a drunkard. I can also hurt myself. I must be strong and resist these impulses. Hi there. For too long I have suffered indignities at the hands of our Duchess. I not stand only by while our liege abuses our loyal vessels. I urge you to join me in the fight to depose this tyrant. I don't even know what a tyranny award does, really. Do you even like me? Yeah, you're the person I went to war with. No, I'm not going to fight with you. Go away. Right, well, I'm not going to get my troops involved. I'm hoping that the Duchess will come fight on my behalf. Looks like she is going to. Which is good. Because then I don't need to use my own troops. I might even be able to jump over here and actually take this land for myself. We'll have to see. Are you 16 yet? No, you're not. You're pretty strong, although some of those are mercenaries. You have now spent some of your money, which is not a bad thing, actually. Just thinking, do we want to upgrade any of our land? In future, we might want to do that. We'll have to see if that's something we want to consider or not. Weighing opportunities. I walked through the streets of Lyon looking for opportunities to remedy the somewhat empty treasury. When we reached the market's weighing halls, our stewards asked to speak to us with a hushed voice. We can get more income here if we get creative with the taxes on the goods brought in here. I can arrange another set of weighing stones, slightly adjusted in weight, here they will look the same. Then for the same goods, the merchants will pay us more. No one should suspect a thing. If you wish, we can change the weights and watch the money flow into your coffers. What does that actually do for us? I mean, it's likely to be discovered. And also it slows our development, so no, we'll not do that. I don't want to do that either. A truly better set of weights is what is needed. So that's an ideal. That's not great. Fine. And that's not going to have helped our stress level either, I would imagine. But oh well. These things happen. keep looking. Having some secrets on our Lord, I think, is going to be useful. Or sorry, our Lady. Oh, 15th of April, fine. So another 6 or so months, and then we should be ready there. There's a plague in France, but not too close. That's okay. But I want to go after you. I mean, you've got a little bit of money, 120. I still don't know if that would really be enough to go and hire mercenaries. They'd have to be very, very cheap. There are these guys at 157. So I'd like to try and fight before then, to be honest. But we'll have to see if that's something we can consider. Can't tell on you because I don't have a casus belli. Let me go back and speak to the Pope. See if we can sway him. Still can't. She is now taking all this land. She's pretty powerful. I think we're her only major vassal. Alongside Ren here. So we want to take this so that if we end up fighting, we can hopefully stand our ground against her. We'll have to see. You're no longer my personal physician. Why? She's a reclusive, drunken bastard. Right, we're going to have to find a new court physician then. Can I remember where to do that? Decisions, here. Search for physician, please. Because I feel like having a physician is generally a good idea. The world is full of dangers, even to a count and his courtiers. At my behest, my servants have inquired after recommendations. You're excellent. You're a treacherous villain, but should well be worth the money. Right. Okay, you've taken our place as head of Breton culture. Can I now change my contract? No, I still can't. Very odd. I'll have to see why that is. Fearful troops. No, let's go for It's My Domain. I don't really want to extort subjects, but actually, nothing can put stress level up. I am stressed at the moment, so it wouldn't be a terrible thing in the long run. But I tell you what, I think we'll call things apart there. We have managed to double our size from one county to a slightly bigger bit of land with 2 counties, but we're still very much a small fish in a very, very big pond. Next time we're going to try and make more inroads in Brittany, see if we can become the Duke of Brittany, and then that allows us to play in France and maybe even take over bits of England as well, because I think England's quite weak at the moment under Queen Matilda here, because she's only 12. But she's still got a fairly decent amount of levies, so we'll have to see. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.